In respect of the controlled reentry program, advise that we have close to 7,500 applications now through the Jam COVID app and website. And I will just use the opportunity to reiterate that because of the number of applications and because we are managing controlled reentry based on the amount of quarantine and isolation capacity which we have in Jamaica, there will not be an immediate response to your application. You will get your case number. That means your application is submitted. You don't have to keep applying in order to hear from us. Once you have a case number, it is received. But the process, the time that will take you to get to conditional approval and ultimately to approval, where you would have made travel arrangements, will take a bit more time. So we're asking again, yes, for your patience and understanding. If you keep applying, then you might actually prejudice your application because you're going to have multiple hits against your passport and it might raise questions. So if you have a question, use the support link, but do not keep applying. I also want to advise that there are 2 flights that will come in from the United States on Wednesday. One will come from Fort Lauderdale and one will come from New York. Both are fully booked. 96 Jamaican nationals in each flight, all returning, having gone through our process with the overseas missions, that is our Consulate General in Miami, our Consulate General in New York, and our embassy in Washington, which have worked together with the Consular Department in Kingston to identify the vulnerable and hardship cases and those persons with particular challenges to return to Jamaica.
Commencing tomorrow, we will give notice to all operators of community bars. We're asking these bars to take into consideration the protocols that are being outlined as to how they will commence operation within the framework that I'm about to announce. We are expecting that when the announcement is made, that bars will be open from 11 a.m. commencing the 19th of May and will remain open for 2 weeks. During that period, we will assess the operation of these bars along the following lines. The social and physical distancing must be maintained. We are expecting that no more than 5 persons, including the bartender, shall be in the bar at any one time. All seating arrangements outside the bars must be maintained. Physical distances of 6 feet between each single seating unit. There shall be no stools, no benches, chairs, nor table for persons within the bar. There shall be no group games, domino, etc. inside the bar or on the premises occupying the bar. Poker boxes and other such gambling and gaming instruments must be placed at least 6 feet apart to ensure social and physical distancing. There shall be no events that promote social gathering, such as parties and round-robin events. Bar doors and windows shall remain open during the operating hours. It is required that all persons operating and attending the bars must wear face masks. Bartenders, we would encourage persons working behind the counter, if possible. If you can get a face mask, we would encourage you to wear a face mask, and also that protective clothing be worn in the execution of the duties inside the bar. Each bar must establish a sanitation station for proper washing of hands and maintaining sanitation protocols that will be set out by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. All bars are asked to display proper signage to advise persons of the protocols that will operate. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, the Municipal Police, the Social Development Commission, and the Ministry of Health will inspect and ensure that all these protocols are observed. We are also going to use the opportunity to encourage operators of these community bars to ensure that they are registered, and we'll be making arrangements at all municipal offices across the country for persons to go and get registered, and we'll be working a protocol with the Ministry of Justice to ensure that we regularize the operation of all operators of bars across the country. This method of inspection will last during the 14 days, and we are going to ask operators to ensure that they comply, because failure to make the system work will probably prevent us extending the period of operation for these bars.